For these type of videos, I'm going off no script or nothing, so I'm just like speaking from the heart. A couple hours ago, I was watching a YouTube video. It was called like Too Goon or Not Too Goon or something, and it was some video. And the first half of it was talking about how he pulled this 10 out of 10 fine shit, and that she made out with him and did some freaky shit in the back seat. You know what I'm talking about. He was basically living a life in a movie. And for me, in my perspective, relationships really aren't in the cards for me right now. I wouldn't say they aren't really in the cards, but sometimes I want somebody to cling on to. Yeah, I have friends, but I want somebody who could be somebody I could talk to when I'm down, somebody I could talk to when I'm up, somebody that has a certain relationship, a certain attachment to me that nobody else really does, and they're just my special person. And yeah, I have friends. I'm a guy that's always been sort of an outcast, but I'm that outcast that still has a lot of friends. I have a bunch of friends, because sometimes people call me annoying, but that's just because they don't really like who I am, as a person, what I'm interested in. So I'm that outcast. I'm an outcast, but I have friends, if you hear me. A lot of my friends aren't actually outcasts. I wouldn't say, but really, I said this. Relationships really aren't in the cards for me right now. And besides being intimate with people, because I really don't think I'm really mature enough to be intimate in I'm 100%. I'm obviously I'm not mature enough. I'm not old enough or anything. I'm way too young, but so just on the record, I'm just saying that. And I used to lie. I had a group of friends that I used to lie to that I had a girlfriend. I used to lie, said her name was Mia or something. I need to voice that. I just needed to say that, but that was really one thing. I lied. I never had nobody. I never went into that group chat and asked her out, because that group chat never existed, and the girl I said was my girlfriend never existed. She was not real, and it was just all my delusion. And that group of friends actually was in a relationship and actually had real people, I was just stuck lying to them that I actually had somebody, which I damn well didn't. And that's just going off topic, but let's talk about the video. Is what makes an addiction bad? See, I have addiction to Rainbow Six Siege, as you can see. My gameplay is probably going to be Rainbow Six Siege. I'm not exactly sure yet. But I have an addiction to Rainbow Six Siege. And really, people say this addiction is bad. People say gaming addiction is good. People say gaming addiction is bad. Yeah, I have really great hand-eye coordination. Probably from gaming, let's be honest. I probably have really good hand-eye coordination because of that. But just people say gaming addiction is bad, and some people say it's good, but something most people agree that it's good, but some people will go out there and say that it's bad. But there's one addiction that has just been in between the lines that really hasn't been decided if it's good or bad. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. It's basically divided by the population, and that's gooning. Yeah, it 100% raises your sex life. It will 100% help you in that. But really, it will. But it's also really. It took me a while to realize that it's really unhealthy for my dopamine levels, because not unhealthy for me, because I don't really do it that much. I did it only a couple times. But really, it's completely natural. If you do that, it is completely natural. you shouldn't be ashamed of doing that, even though I don't think it's really a great thing to do. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. But what makes an addiction bad is if it has side effects like vaping or cigarettes or, just something that harms your body. But really, yeah, it might harm your dopamine levels and you might not enjoy just regular life and that. But really, I think I just stopped the idea all in general because if I actually got my soulmate one day, my dopamine levels wouldn't be as high, and that relationship probably wouldn't be the best because just my dopamine levels would be so low with that soulmate. And just and basically the reason I stopped is because recently I went to a church camp full of high schoolers. The high schoolers were super cool. They're cool, dude. And the first day we arrived let's just sidetrack to when we were on the buses there. We had to stay in the church until the buses were just ready for takeoff and just ready to just go. And there was this kid I was sitting next to, and he was very socially awkward. Not socially awkward, he was just kind of awkward on the bus ride. He didn't bring his phone, he forgot it. And so I was like, do you want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy on my phone? And he was like, you know what, sure. And basically I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. It was just dead, just staring my phone. And I was like, oh shoot, dude, my phone's at 30. I did in fact bring a charger, which thank God I brought one. But I brought that charger, and we were on one of those travel buses, the big black ones. There's storage containers under it. I'll show a picture up on the screen. We were on one of those big travel buses, and under the seats they have chargers. Ours just didn't work for some reason. And one guy, on this bus, he raised his hand and he said, "Sir, can I borrow your charger?" And he's like, "Sure, which one do you need?" He's like, "USB-C." He gave him the USB-C charger, and I was like, "Dude, is your phone charging?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, can you plug my phone in for me? My charger on my CD isn't working. And that's how I really made it was my church. I knew a lot of the people there, and that's how I made my first connection just there. And we can't use our phones at the church. We can't use them there. So we went and just sat down, and we have to give them our phones after we got off the bus. And first day we arrived, it was pretty boring. It was pretty boring, like always. As soon as you arrive to a summer camp on the first day, it's the most boring thing ever. Because you arrive there at 3-4 p.m. Really, I don't know what your summer camp does, but we arrived there at 3-4 p.m. And it's just boring. We have to get to orientation and just get packing in our cabins. We pack our cabins and just get everything situated. On the second day, there's this band that arrives, and the band arrives. The band was there for the whole time. This was on Tuesday. We got there on Sunday. Monday was our first real day, and Tuesday was we get the gist. Tuesday was a very short day because we already got the gist of the camp. We already got everything. We already know the layout. We already know the shortcuts back to our cabins. Our cabins, we had something called point cabins, and basically, if you took the regular route, it would be a 20-minute walk to our cabins. But I had connections to some of the volunteers there because they know my mom, and they just showed out there, and they just showed me a shortcut, and basically that's where our cabins are. And we have service every afternoon, and we have it every night. We have service every every afternoon every day. I said that. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. And so one of the things is it was the last song before we left and went to small groups. And they're like, kneel down and surrender to God if you have any sins. And what I did was kind of just, I wasn't like fully faithful. I'm not like fully in the faith yet, but I'm kind of growing it back. I'm not exactly sure like what's my next path, but I just kneeled down in full surrender. And that was like the best thing ever. And before this, I was in a pretty bad state in my life. I was going down some really dark paths ever since I met a certain group of people, and I'm not going to talk about that. It's super long. It would be like a 30-minute story if I told you all the details. I'm probably not going to talk about it either. It's very personal. And so I realized if I wanted to be a better person, I had to stop this addiction entirely. So I guess that's really how I stopped doing that. And moral of the story, if you can't live your dream life, don't try to replicate it. I guess. Because in the first video, the guy was living his dream life. I don't know. Bye.